the temple in Jerusalem for the Jewish community is their whole identity as the Jewish community is wrapped up in the temple. The temple is the place where Yahweh, the glory of God, dwells. It is the dwelling place of their God, of Yahweh. So much of their lives surround the temple. Even in the diaspora, they're traveling to Jerusalem for festivals and feasts to encounter God's presence at the temple in Jerusalem. So the temple is seen as God's presence, is seen as God. And we know that this is Passover, so we know that there are people traveling from all over the Roman Empire to come to Jerusalem to participate in the Passover. And part of that practice is having a sacrifice. And so you go to the temple to bring your sacrifice, but a lot of these folks who are traveling have traveled a long way and have to go to the temple to purchase their sacrifice to then bring before God to encounter God's presence. But what was happening, and what Jesus encounters when he walks into the temple, is people exploiting those who are on the margins, who are trying to come into the temple, and making money off of their need for a sacrifice. What's really important to see is the people in power are creating barriers to entry into the presence of God. And they're exploiting those people and making money off of their desire to encounter the presence of God. And Jesus walks in and is like, this is not who God is. So if the temple is a place where God is dwelling, and in the temple, there are now barriers to entry and exploitation is happening, then those people who are on the margins, who are having to come in and spend money that maybe they don't have in order to encounter the presence of God, it's easy to see that they could think that this God that they serve creates barriers to entry and exploits them. So the impression that the people on the margins are getting is the God that I serve exploits me for his own purposes, and there are barriers of entry that I have to walk through in order to get to God's presence. And that is not the God we see revealed in the person of Jesus.